My name is Hilary and I'm a student in EDM 310 at the University of South Alabama. And this is Lisa McNeil, and she is a sixth grade teacher at W.S. Harlan Elementary School in Florella, Alabama. Today we will be discussing the use of technology in a classroom and the use of project-based learning in a classroom. What are some ways that you incorporate technology in your curriculum or in your classroom?
There's a couple of things I like to do. Probably what I use the most is I use my own laptop that I have in my classroom, and it's hooked up to the projector that projects it onto my whiteboard. And we do several things with that, and I can then use the internet to teach class. I just recently did an interactive video projected onto the board of Ellis Island. We did that day before yesterday, and it also had video and audio with it. So it was projected on so the kids could read it as well as look at the pictures and actually see live footage from Thomas Edison and one of his first projectors recording a ferry boat coming in from into Ellis Island. I also like to bring the laptops into the room. We have smaller laptops that we have a laptop cart. I can bring it into my classroom, and then that way the students can get on the internet at their own desk and do research, or if we have any particular lesson plan for that day, I can use it. I've done the Ellis Island individually before, the interactive tour with them on the laptops as well.
So do you see a difference in the kids when they're doing the project-based learning or the use of technology versus just doing pencil and paper things? Do they get more excited or?
I think that they're so used to the technology that they definitely prefer to learn that way because the world has become so technological that they almost need that. That's what they're used to. I have found as technology progresses that they're even getting used to the technology that we bring in the classroom. It's not as new and exciting as it used to be when we, when we first got laptops in the classroom. But I think they prefer probably to learn that way, and I think that they need to learn that way because when they get out into the real world, that's the way the world operates now.
So would you suggest to use for every teacher? There's some teachers that have a red flag that comes up when using technology. So would you prefer to use, or would you suggest to the other teachers to use technology?
Definitely. I think if we don't prepare our kids, even starting in elementary school, to be savvy with technology, that they're not going to be prepared. I'm finishing up my own master's degree where I've done everything online, totally earned my degree online, and that's where we're going, and we've got to prepare the students today.
Okay, and for y'all that don't know W.S. Harlan, it is a small town school. It's in Lockhart, Alabama, or Florella, and the population is right about 1,000. So it's kind of a low-income school. Do you find it difficult to use technology or find ways to use technology because of the low income and the lack of having the laptops and the computers for the classroom or maybe the iPads?
I think that we do have some disadvantages. We have just gotten, we probably have about 12 teachers in our school that have been able to get 12 iPads apiece for their classroom and even had the training come in. We're totally wireless. We don't have the amount of laptops that we need. I think our biggest problem, because we're in such a rural area, is that our internet connection and our wireless connections just cannot support the amount of technology that we actually need.
Right. So you said that you do use project-based learning. What are some ways that how do you find it useful to use?
Well, we just recently did a project when we were studying character, the literary element of character, and it was I found it disturbing, kind of, or I was taken aback by the fact that when you discussed character with the students, they wanted to do was give you a physical description. And so I realized I had to do something. I had to give them a project. I had to give them more for them to be able to understand that that character is about how that character develops in the story, their personality traits, what is taking them through the plot as they go through the story. And so I had to give them a project. So they had to take their book, they had to research their character, they had to write a page, they had to develop a puppet that then they had to present in front of the class, their puppet, and tell about their character and describe their character. And then we went on to do a character analysis using the movie It's a Wonderful Life, because there's great characters in that book. And so we watched the movie, and then they again had to do a project and get with groups and pick a character and be able to present in front of the classroom what character, whether they chose Potter or George Bailey or Mary, whomever they chose, and they had to get with their group and figure out how to stand and give an oral presentation in front of the class. And I think anytime you get them involved in doing something more than just writing on a piece of paper, that kind of helps them remember the, whatever you're teaching at the time.
Right, I know with EDM 310 that it has really opened my eyes to the use of technology. But thank you for answering these questions and informing us on the way you use project-based